Hey everybody, welcome to the Truth Series. My name is Andrea, and today I'm going to share with you my journey to discovering self-love. And the way I want to share my journey with you will kind of be brief, but you're gonna get like the journey of it, if that makes any sense. So my eczema journey, because this is how it officially started. Let me give you a little list. I have gone through an eczema journey of self-love. I have gone through a rape journey of self-love. Gone through the cheating journey of self-love. I have gone through the bullying journey of self-love. I've gone through PTSD journey of self-love, anxiety journey of self-love, depression, severe depression, postpartum depression. Oh, and let's not forget codependency, because I have that as well. The first would be, I was an infant when eczema started for me. But as an infant, it didn't go no more than that. It stopped. So during my childhood, up until the age of 11, eczema came back. I was in 7th grade, and I am sure that the factor to my eczema was hormones and allergies. I was using products that had a heavy fragrance, heavy chemicals on my face. So then that's where my eczema started, was on my face. And I was bullied for it. I was picked on for it. And I had to speak out and let them know that, hey, that's not okay. You cannot talk to me like that. You know, it first started because they were picking on my friend who was a boy. So cute. So awesome. He was amazing. I remember his name was Brian. He used to pick his nose, and they picked on him. And I was like, you act like you don't pick your nose. Like, leave him alone. And I think I probably even like picked my nose, and they were just like, ew. And I was just like, so what? I don't care. Like, I was over it. At that point, I was like, all right, well, now you can pick on me about me picking my nose, but at least not my skin, right? So that's where I started to learn to flip things like that of bullying and stuff, to just like find the positive in it some way, somehow. Even though, yeah, they were picking on me, at least it wasn't my skin, which was to me the most important. So going through that, high school wasn't too bad. My eczema was pretty manageable because of topical steroids. It wasn't until after I gave birth to my first child. I was 17 when I got pregnant, 18 when I gave birth. Was still using topical steroid thereafter, up until the age of 22. At the age of 22, I was still in postpartum depression, or maybe now at that point it was just like severe depression, and anxiety and PTSD, because after I gave birth to my daughter, is when I was raped. And the relationship between me and their father at that time, when that situation happened, I couldn't be with him. So I ended that at that time. And I slowly started discovering myself, to love myself, in the midst of also going through topical steroid withdrawal. You know, after about a year, actually after almost like 2-3 years of going through topical steroid withdrawal, we made our amends. And thanks to therapy, I definitely recommend for anybody to help you discover your self-love. They have resources and tools that are very, very helpful. But at the age, so it's 22, 23, 24, 25. At 25, I got pregnant again. And my eczema was gone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But then it came back at the age of 26, after I gave birth. And again, I am assuming my trigger was hormones and allergies, because it's just a complete imbalancement. My eczema came back, right? And I had a new doctor She referred me to derm because I refuse topical steroids, right? She's like, well, if you're refusing this, I'm going to have to send you to the specialist because I don't know any other approved skin product to put on you. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. Give me a little prednisone to ease this off, and I'll wean myself off of that and never go back again. So since 26, I haven't had prednisone. And so when I went to the derm, 1 year later at the age of 27, eczema is still there. But then it went to my neck. Growing up as a teenager, in high school, I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, so I did develop it on my hands, on my knuckles, and it got worse at the age of 27. At 27, I finally got into the dermatology because it's a clinic, so there is a long waiting list. When they saw me, they were like, listen, I really think you should try Protopic, Eucerin, some of these other medicines that I've had already tried. I know I've already tried these. I'm not going to do it. But to just tickle their funny bone, I said, listen, I'm going to try it for you. I'm going to do what you said. And I can guarantee you, when you see me again, you're going to ask me what happened. And I did what they said. And let me tell you something. I so regretted it. But it was worth it. Like, I was very scared. I was freaking out of my mind. Like, I was like, I don't want to do this. But I did it to prove to the doctor that I don't believe in this short term. I need something that's long term. And that is when Dupixent came in. And so if you can just kind of get how PTSD is in here, I've had to repeatedly go through this medical health issue with medical doctors, professionals, and I am a medical assistant. So by the time I was 27, I had the experience and the knowledge, and I was just very firm, and I was like, listen, something else got to give. At 27, when I told them, like, I am having suicidal thoughts again, I have kids, I cannot be like this, is when they decided to offer Dupixent. And I, again, PTSD, didn't want to do it, but I did it because my mother was very, she has rheumatoid arthritis, so she has had to go through trials of injections herself. And although I feel that the medicines have done more harm to her than good, I felt like, because this is my mom, I had to. Like, I'm like, and I'm a mother. I sound hypocritical if I don't even try. So I tried. When I tried, by the third time I was supposed to inject myself, I couldn't move. I couldn't lift up my daughter, my youngest at the time, who was 2. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't shower. I couldn't eat. I couldn't be me. I couldn't be me. That's when I, told the doctors, this isn't working. I'm never doing this again. Something else has to give. And I never injected myself again. And they did finally decide to offer light therapy, phototherapy. After the negative effects with Dupixent, I refused to take any medicine prescribed from any pharmaceutical company. It's like, it didn't matter what medicine it was. I didn't care. I'm not putting it on my body, nor was I going to inject myself ever again. They finally offered phototherapy, and my insurance approved it. I did that for 1 year. I started out 3 times a week. By month 6, I probably went down to twice. And so by 9 months, I went down to once. And 1 year later, I stopped going. And I'm here. I'm here, and I'm here to tell you that it's true what they say, that this journey is a long one. And it's true what they say, that you may not know what tomorrow brings, but what I can tell you is that it will bring you one step closer to where you want to be, to who you want to be. I never thought as a kid, as a young mom who was just out of high school and applied to college and got accepted to college, didn't go. I ended up taking another road and becoming a medical assistant. But even then, I ended that career, and here I am being an advocate. I am choosing to be an eczema coach for my warriors, to help others around the world discover that yes, you can love yourself. Yes, you can be and do whatever you want. You can. And you can do that while loving yourself unconditionally. When I went through that negative effect with the Dupixent, I want you guys to know that during that time, I lost my car. It was a 2010 Ford Escape. I also told my boss to fuck off because I was getting late to work every morning, or I would leave, and I already had my FMLA papers in order. Okay? So for someone whose son also has eczema, okay, to sit there and say they understand, but not fully understand, and then not understand why I'm telling her to fuck off, stop pressuring me to come to work on time? No, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. My health is more important. Okay, that's one of the things that you have to start telling yourself, preaching to yourself. I am important. I absolutely am important. And I don't care if I'm not important to you, because it's not for you. It's for my damn self. Everything that you do is for yourself. It's not for no one else. For me, because I am a mother, it is for my children. So for some of us, if not most, if not all, we do have to do this self-love for ourselves so that we can then show others, for instance, my children who are daughters, to love themselves and to never allow anyone to diminish who they are, because they are beautiful in every way. And not just because they're my kids. They're amazing. Any kid that I see, any human being that I see, I literally give them that benefit of the doubt, just because I know that as a human, you are capable of setting your mind to something and doing it. It's all about just doing it. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. And if you're looking for an eczema coach, I am here for you. My name is Andrea Losada. You can find me on Instagram, Fuck Eczema.